to the mobra was as soon as I mean, so you couldn't you over her. So you Masarati was through her. What a mob brother running shout. No one yes, can who said the scarcity. Like I just said, Soften got just a shower there with yours. So for to range of catcher was a shower there with you. I don't know if I range of an issue or no nante. No, or no, the only shall them girls. Think about this and go so was I was saying.
Yo, ebusiafo. Mibamu ina akwaba edeba Freemind family. Na me to aso na me kai mo se mo Facebook no. Your page Facebook and also Freemind family. And your Facebook group nso a yato ne din Freemind family official group. Uko Instagram Freemind family and at Twitter nso Freemind family. Inti mesre se mo follow Freemind family on all these social media handles. Se ne be ya you bet me use social media to propagate a message, to share consciousness and to enlighten ourselves. Ebusiafo, there's one question every discerning, world reasoning, critical thinking African or black person normally asks. What is wrong with Africa, or who did this to us? Because while share your minerals, we have every natural resource. We have abundance of sunshine, we have abundance of rain, we have all those big rivers, we have fertile lands, we have cocoa, we have diamonds, we have manganese, we have copper, we have gold, we have oil, we have everything. But unfortunately, Africa has become the most backward continent on this planet. Unfortunately, African countries are not developing. There is hunger, there is famine, there are wars, there are chaos, there are diseases afflicting the people of Africa each and every day. So a discerning black African normally will ask, what is wrong with Africa? And who did this to us? Must we wait for a savior? Are we the ones supposed to save ourselves? What must we do in order to correct these errors or to correct these mistakes? Or what must we do in order for us to be able to put ourselves on the path of prosperity? Who did this to us?
Fellow citizen, please lend me your ears and concentration for just 4 minutes. Now, for several years now, I've had the privilege and blessing of traveling, working with professionals and educating students across the world. UK, China, Singapore, Malaysia, South Africa, Greece, and counting. However, ever so often, I engage in soul-searching thoughts on Africa, Nigeria, our homeland, and the black race in general. You see, I can't seem to work out why, despite abundant human and natural resources, and exemplary achievements of Nigerian professionals abroad, our nation remains backward in all indices of human progress. Look, recently, a 1988 statement by William Botha of the apartheid South Africa challenged me to tears. Now, he said, black people cannot rule themselves because they don't have the brain and mental capacity to govern a society. You give them guns, they'll kill themselves. Give them power, they will loot the treasury. Give them independence and democracy, they will use it to promote tribalism, ethnicity, bigotry, hatred, killings, and wars. Now, fellow citizen, let me challenge you. Have you, your leaders or government, proved this racist South African wrong since the statement in 1988? Think about that. You see, we are the only race that is ready and willing to sacrifice meritocracy, national development and progress, to favor protection of tribal and religious loyalty, despite the recycling consequences before us since independence. Take a look at the literacy rate of Nigeria, at 62% national average for adults in general, and 65.1% for young adults of 15 to 24. One expects informed national decisions with positive national impacts on, for example, the quality of the elected national leaders. Not really in our case. We are not moved by the economic and security realities and human suffering in our nation. We are not moved by the quality of our leaders or how and why the black man is being ridiculed worldwide, providing our tribe, political party, or religion controls political power. That's shameful. Even our highly educated professionals and media outlets, North and South, keep a blind eye to the realities of the Nigerian state for tribal, religious, and personal enrichment considerations. Yet, we wonder why our nation remains the poverty capital of the world. Yet, we wonder why the black race is increasingly undervalued and humiliated across the world. Who did this to us? Who did this to us? Do you ever ask this question? COVID-19 has exposed the state of our nation and the cumulative impact of the quality of our leadership over several years. Our leaders are repeating the errors of 500 years ago, when our kings and military aristocrats sold our people into slavery for mirrors and gunpowder. They failed to realize that by that decision, they had confined future generations into perpetual slavery, exploitation, and abuse. Today, foreign powers are acquiring hectares of land outright across Nigeria and Africa for the next phase of our slavery or colonization. Once more, our leaders are mortgaging the future, freedom, existence, survival, and progress of generations for short-term, worthless, stage-managed red carpet receptions, handshakes, cheap collateral loans, travel visas, and personal gains. These colonizing countries are not to blame for taking decisions in their own national interest. The question is, are our leaders making decisions in our own national interest? I put this to you as a matter of urgency. We must identify, develop, and embrace a new breed of competent and patriotic leaders who desire to see our nation and Africa free, help Africans develop confidence in themselves, their future, their culture, their food, dress codes, and the way they walk and talk, and to take full control of their natural resources and national borders. Please join me to awake the conscience of Nigerians and Africans in general before too late. Share this video as a duty to your race, your country, and your continent. Our lives, our future, our survival depend on our collective actions today. This video is not about me. It is about us and our future. I'm playing my part. I hope you play yours. Thank you and God bless.
It's a very sad reality. A reality bia mobo na arureho yepa. Let us not focus on the ugly words of William Bodka of apartheid South Africa, but rather let us focus on the fact is have we been able to prove them wrong? The claim by William Bodka say the black man is not capable of managing his own affairs. The black man does not have the mental capacity and the mental capability to rule a society. Give them the guns and they kill each other. Give them democracy and they use this same democracy to bring division among their tribes. Give them any good thing and they turn that good thing into something evil for themselves. So the black man does not have the mental capacity to rule himself. Ask yourself, say, have we been able to prove this claim wrong, or have we been able to dismantle this assertion? Just take a look at Africa, especially Ghana, our country. We've got gold. We have all the resources. We have all the minerals. We have cocoa. Nature has abundantly given us whatever we need to be able to develop as a people. Nature has given us whatever we need as a people to be able to grow, to be able to better our country, and to be able to feel comfortable and safe living in our own countries. But what do we see? Mismanagement, killings, tribal divisions, religion. Ayarehosem, ebusiafo. Ayarehosem. Emra Ghana yenya independence no. Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah the late. He stood on a platform and said, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Ask yourself, say, today if Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah is to look back at the current Ghana, the Ghana that he left behind 60-something years ago, if Kwame Nkrumah is to look back at Ghana, is he going to be happy? Is he going to still continue with that claim or assertion, say, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs, or he's going to change his mind? Years after independence, we've got nothing to boast of. Years after independence, we still cannot even provide basic amenities like water, stable electricity, good housing, good roads, clean environment. These things are basic in the advanced world. But when you come to Africa, these things are luxury. To be able to live in a clean environment, you need to be able to cough out good amounts of money, huge amounts of money, before you be able to afford a decent housing in a clean, secured environment. Now in this kadia, zongo na betina sebi zongo for nyese medi matem, but uniska o de mamen kan say slam and na betina na say baby a hot time, baby a ho nyefe, baby a enye tidy. In the 21st century Ghana, in the 21st century Africa, we have so many people who are living below $1 a day. Below $1 a day. The poverty in Africa is a serious problem. Now, so we say, yen and kayo bibia. Iti bisa ho say, entiebenti na ye was animal wenyi na. Now, so yen timi and develop it as a people. Yen timi and grow your country as a people is because, yes, we've got all the resources, we've got all the minerals you can think about, we've got all the soil, we've got all the timber, we've got all the gold, we've got all these things that you can think about, but there's one natural resource. There's one natural resource which is the most important of all that the black man is lacking, that the black man is not having. That is the mental capacity and the mental capability. Common sense. The black man does not have the brain ability, the brain capacity to be able to compete with the rest of the world. I always say, personally, I don't blame the white people for our woes and troubles. No, I don't blame them. I don't blame the white people. I blame ourselves. Because the white man has understood that life is all about survival of the fittest. For example, just take a look at the world. If the lion is to have mercy on the antelope or the buffalo, the lion is going to die of hunger. Now, if the lion is able to catch and feed on the buffalo, are you going to blame the lion for feeding on the buffalo to survive, or you are going to blame the buffalo for being careless and not smart enough to outsmart the lion or to outrun the lion? In this case, you are going to blame the buffalo because the lion is only trying to survive. So in our own situation, let us blame ourselves and not the white people, because the white people are only trying to survive. Look at where they live. They are being confronted with tornadoes. Hurricanes and tornadoes and natural disasters are disturbing them, are destabilizing them, but they are still able to come out of this and put themselves on a path of prosperity and put themselves on a path of greatness. But here, we've got all the comfort, we've got all the sunshine, we've got all this stable land, that we don't have earthquakes, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have tornadoes, we don't have all these things, and yet we are unable to develop. Why? Because we have all the resources, but we lack the greatest resource, which is the mental capability, the ability to reason rationally, the ability to think critically, and the ability to love each other and to be able to grow our countries, to be able to compete with the rest of the world. That is what we are lacking. And that is why Freemind family is here. That is why Common Sense family is here. Say, yebesha say ye use ya dream for our own betterment. Say yebesha say ye use ya dream for our own good. The average black man then what to nyame so. Nyame bia ye hu ne da, nyame bia oni nipa nkasa ye da, nyame bia sebi eye abrofo ene arafo na ebeton no ma yen. The average black man believes so much in this God. Or the hu nyina to sa nyame we so say, sa nyame we na eba be ma no better life. Say sa nyame we na eba be ma ne man edi ye. Say sa nyame we na even say ya re bi mpo high nia. Sa nyame we na oba be pepa sa ya re no free ho, which is a lie. There's one thing that I always say, that with gods, nothing is possible, but with a unified effort of humanity, almost everything is possible. And then you might who we are seeing now a nipa and she say a nipa and a utu kwankwa buchana when ya jibroni chrome, because the system is working. There are good roads, there's good housing, there's enough food for the people to eat, that there are enough jobs for each and everybody. Everything is moving on as a successful society is able or should be able to move. Into Druboni Krumana when niaje. Enya srabofo, enye nyame bi ena enye sebi. Spirit bi ena ebema broni krum eye broni kruma ene wokwa na wani agea na all prepare for stay. Now broni bi kra sebi anka onyo tasting po na dimirika akwakọ wari sa broni no, just because you want to get papers to be able to live in that broni krum. You don't even want to come back to your country. Bisawo say e die na ema broni krum no eye sa e nyansa eye adwe ene nimdia omo ene a unified effort. There was some time back, there was some information which was circulating on social media. Now almost say a year Russian President Vladimir Putin and I can or say Africa is like a cemetery. You hear Yarisa, your quabruchiri, your leaders no obunyaska, they bank all of them in Swiss accounts, they bank all of them in foreign accounts, leaving their own people starving, leaving their own people in abject poverty. Your holidays have abruchiri. And you are near ye import your abrochiri, ye import free abrochiri. Everything the average black man needs come from outside or come from the Western world. Till you ask yourself, say, now so say ye kwa abrochiri kwa je ayarisana say ye wudia na ye de ye funu aba Africa say ye mbambesi. Therefore Africa becomes a cemetery. That is why Africa is suffering, because black people are still sleeping. Black people have made their minds not to use the brain that nature gave them. Black people are not thinking. The average black man does not think.
What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy. Black people, let me tell y'all something. If you don't ever hear me say preach again, they can kill me tomorrow. But let me tell you something. We're not going to ever get anywhere until we look into the mind of a black man. He doesn't think correctly. I don't care what he is. He can be a doctor. He can be an astrophysicist. The nigga ain't got no sense.
Average black man does not think. What you say? The average black man does not think. Yenwe sesebi enipa. Enuti na ohwe sebi. Religion bruni edema ye kra, especially Christianity. Ohwe the way abrofo no esi practice omo Christianity na are far different from how black people practice it. Black people there no ye de say ye jimie, excuse me to say money more, ye de jimie ene ye nkwasi asem no evrem amanaba be tantan. asɔre dem na ebinom nom na ye ma binom nom oil na ebinom carry ye so asofo ye chi na ebinom de da ho na asofo tetia omo so na kyese ya dane ye Christianity no concept nkwasi asem ani jimie enso kwa broche kra sanya broni na o de kria sa kritosom no ebre wo no sanya broni no o practicing no enya sa na tie o into the senka o se chinchina o do kritosom enti obe practice kritosom krampo a anka hwesania abrofo no esi practice omo de na nka won so hweso sa na fire o de broni does not waste more than 1 hour in the church 30 minutes 1 hour no be sorry ko Bibre crampo enkwa sorry. Now so the few who even enter the church, they've got no time because mama, look, you have bills to pay. You have to go out there and hustle. Yes, sir, but maybe we won't mean trial bills until be a wow, be a she. That is why there's high productivity. That is why the country is able to generate enough money to keep the economy going. Yeah, no, we spend too much time in the church. The monies that we even give to the churches are huge than the money that we pay as taxes to the government. And at the end of the day, what do we gain from these churches? Sunday, by Monday, now I change almost into dollar accounts. Then we keep boosting the dollar currency. We keep promoting the dollar currency, whilst our own currency continues to depreciate. That is how we suffer. That is how we hustle. Catholic Church, no, this Sikani Nako Vatican, Rome. The church we normally now come headquarters Abuchiri. Then we sit in Africa, we suffer, and we cry on the same God. We cry on the same God. This I will say. Tiger, Eddie Kusie Echi, and I say gazelle Echi, gazelle. No, they may say one sign in our tree language. No one sign. Kusie Eddie one sign Echi. Sorry, Tiger Eddie one sign Echi. Ena one sign no air bomb pie say erade boa me se ne be ya tiger enchi me ena tiger no so air bomb pie say erade boa me se ne ame so ene metimi enya aduane we edi nti bisa won say sa conform me no we anase sa emwa me no we hwan na nyame bi wo ho a sa nyame no obetie ne paibo sa nyame no oye neutral eno kra dia dance say at the end of the day no sa mwa me no nia obe put in much effort no ono na obe wini. It is a tiger no put in much effort a obenya aboa nari ena aboa no so put in much effort a obetimi etumrika a tiger no ensa enka no nti ewiase no it's all about effort. That is why we say God helps those who help themselves. Nyame de anamo bia obetu bia nyame kan ho because nyame eye tumi bia etiye mu nti anamo bia obetu bia nyame e kan ho. Upon a path that a man chooses, God leads him. At the end of the day, no effort na obe puti any consequences na ebeba no eye wow there because one na obro mo journey, one na putting in the effort to be able to realize your dream or to be able to get whatever you are enjoying today. Enye nyame bi ne hira nipa, enye nyame bi ne pagya nipa, enye nyame bi ne manipa di, enye nyame bi na esesa nipa bi hyebre because at the end of the day se nyame na ofi se nyame na ne de sa hyebre no ma wa e de bi na se nyame sesa ne ma na se nyame onim nyansa o man kwase hyebre e na wo so afre ne se hyebre na o de ma me no sabi nyansa bi anim e ye nkwase hyebre nti sesa no ma me da bi hyebre sesa fo bi ani ho hyebre sesa fo no eno ane me no mi eno hyebre sesa fo no eno ane me no se na ye be di se na ye be pagya ye ho se na ye man be koye nim no eno ane me no mi eno effort I be put in and we coming together in unity. Say ye be coming together, say ye make your dream to build our country, ye make your dream one to be able to build our economy, to be able to build our system, to be able to grow our countries, to be able to develop to a level where we will be able to compete with the rest of the world. Ni nyano a human effort. Ni nyano a human effort. And International Space Station it will remu a human effort. Planes a human effort. Ships a human effort. Cars a human effort. Bibia yehu wa he bia no a human effort. Inti bibia a nipa. And nothing American can say with God nothing is possible. But with humanity coming together in love, in intelligence and in strength and in mental ability and mental capability and mental capabilities, almost everything is possible. Maybe before the time for us to think is now. Yen shall see enwe. Yen shall see enwe sene Africa be ye. Na samri say yentimi enyane ye ho from our sleep mode. Na say yentimi an shasiye en yusu ya dwen se ne be ya yenso no kaya ka kire no se yentimi am bridge gap with abrofo no kra 100% empo at least yetimi cover 60 to 70% kra closer to them. It will help us in the long run. Say yentimi an realize this reality menuanom e bedin say Africa be konanim e bedin say Ghana be yi 4 years we are going to keep voting for a new government, but that new government will bring no change to us. That new government will have nothing better to offer us because they are all mentally enslaved. They are all thinking like the way you and I think. They are not different from us. They were not brought from space. If a group of sheep go to the polling station to vote for their master sheep to lead them, it is the same sheep who is leading them. They have the same mentality and therefore they are going nowhere. Ask yourself, 60-something years after independence, has the black man been able to prove them wrong that the black man is able to manage his own affairs? That the black man is capable of managing his own affairs? Have we been able to prove the people who made that claim? Say, yentimi rule ye ho, yentimi govern ye ho, ye need some mental capability to be able to rule and govern ourselves. No, 60-something years after independence, have we been able to prove them wrong, or we are still on the path of proving them right, or we still keep proving them right? Let us think. Let us reason. Let us seek knowledge. Let us embrace wisdom. Medwasi se washeme. Medwasi se wetie me. My name is George Freemind and you're part of the Freemind family. And see you in my next video. Have a nice time. Have a great day. Peace. Bless up. Bye.